The governor signs the budget bill. Is he taking the win? We will discuss what about Team West Virginia and what could happen in the next couple of days as the 60-day session winds down. We got a lot to talk about. MetroNews Talkline's underway.
Do not attempt to change the station. You are surrounded.
We interrupt this program to bring you an emergency news bulletin. Repeat, this is an emergency bulletin. Keep your radio turned on.
From the studios of WVRC Media and the MetroNews Radio and Television Network, the voice of West Virginia, comes the most powerful show in West Virginia. This is MetroNews Talkline with Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows.
Check set lineup link. Activated Telos telephone. Switch network control from Charleston to Morgantown.
Stand by. Cue Dave and TJ. You're on. MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Good morning. Welcome inside the Encova Insurance Studios. TJ and I are in the Radio Ranch this morning. Our time at the Capitol has come to an end, but we have a lot to get to today. Governor Morrisey signed the budget last night. Yes, there were some line item vetoes. We'll get into that. Plus some legislation we've been keeping an eye on. Brad McElhenney will get us updated on what's moving, what's not moving, and what may take us off the rails in the final hours. Also, Daniel Woods will stop by, get an update on the state basketball tournaments going on. Girls basketball semifinal Friday today. Chris Stirewalt will join us 11:06. We'll check in with Chris, get up to date on what's happening on the national scene. 304-TALK, 304 is the text line. That's going to be the best way still to get a hold of us today. 304-TALK, 304. Steam release will commence at 11:33 this morning. Last night, Governor Morrisey signed the budget bill, TJ. And we weren't sure, will he sign it, won't he sign it? Line item veto, what will he do? But the governor did, in fact, sign that budget bill and praised it, praised the budget bill, said it was a good bill. And my interpretation of that, there were some line item vetoes. We'll get to that in just a second. But my interpretation was simply the governor's taking the win here.
I think you're right. I think he's taking the win. I think he's doing the smart thing.
I agree.
Frankly, take the 5%. He lives to fight another day for that additional 5 that he wants and punts that issue. It becomes something he can talk about on the campaign trail when he's going to be out stumping coming up in the for this next primary for other people. So smart, took the win.
You look at the line item vetoes, and Brad McElhenney goes into detail over in the story at WVMetroNews.com. Well, if it is your line item, you might consider them to be major deals, and I totally understand that. Mm-hmm. But I did talk to at least one senator last night who kind of shrugged his shoulders and went, "Those aren't deal breakers for at least for this one individual." And as I look at the bill, I don't know that those are deal breakers. If you are in the House majority over there, I think you got to be pretty pleased at this point.
Yeah, the one that stood out to me a little bit, and this is more of my business head talking than politics, so it may not be as important to the politicians. But the governor did object. It was the first objection on the bill, page 4 in the budget bill, that no more than a total of 5% of general revenue appropriated to any one fund may be transferred to other funds within the department or other appropriations, et cetera, et cetera. Dave, that's a spending control. That's the way I read that. That's the legislature saying, look, budgets for the agencies, we're giving you this money for specific purposes, and we're allowing you some leeway to move things around, but not carte blanche. If you take that out, the agencies would have carte blanche. My gut is that's probably not a problem in the Senate. If it's going to be a problem, I think it will be a problem in the House, and that's what I want to see. It may not even be a problem there. I don't know that. But I think for folks that are sticklers for the finances, making sure the state spends money on what they want the state to spend money on, that may be something that pops up.
We may have actually, I don't want to say the governor tipped his hand, but we may have gotten a little indication when he held the rally in Greenbrier County yesterday and was talking about the tax cuts through the One Big Beautiful Bill. You could kind of see, now looking back, it's much more clear, but I think that was an indication that he's okay. He's okay with the 5%. You pile that on top of the One Big Beautiful Bill, and the changes that were made to be in compliance with that, you got a $225 million tax cut you can go out and tell voters that you were the catalyst for going into this primary election season.
It's a great message, and frankly, you don't risk looking politically weak. Because if he would have chopped this thing up with red ink all over it, it would have clearly been vetoed, and then he looks weak. You don't need that.
And now this puts it back into the House of Delegates' hands to deliver the 5% tax cut now. Okay, and that's the politics of the situation. You may or may not agree now's the right time. I still don't think it's the right time to have the additional tax cuts. We've got economic triggers, but the politics of the situation are the governor played ball. Now it's the House's turn to play ball and deliver the 5% personal income tax reduction.
One of the other things he did that I thought was especially politically astute, he acknowledged the legislature putting an extra $25 million over what he proposed for roads in the back of the budget and leaned in. Yeah, the roads are bad. We've got to do something. That's smart because the roads are bad. People want something done. So, again, take the win. Lean into the issue. Find common ground rather than trying to say, oh, the tax cut is more important. He didn't say that. He said he wanted to do both. That was smart.
I thought last couple of days, I think the governor's, I think he's hit on him.
Yeah.
I think he's hit on the last couple of days.
Yeah.
We'll get some more thoughts. We want to get into also maybe bottom of the hour. We got some time at the bottom of the hour. One of the bills we've talked a lot about, it ain't going to happen. We've touched on it the last couple of days. Team West Virginia. I think that's a big swing and a miss. I know you believe that's a big swing and a miss. We get into that coming up bottom of the hour. Up next, Brad McElhenney is going to join us. Brad, he's got a long couple of days ahead. Brad is trying to keep an eye on this, that, and the other at the state legislature in the final hours of the 60-day session. We'll get an update from Brad from the state capitol. We'll get your thoughts as well. Did the governor get this right? Did the legislature get this one right? Let us know. 304-TALK 304 is the text line. 304-TALK 304. That's the best way to get in touch with us today. Dave and TJ in the Encova Insurance Studios today. We'll talk to Brad right after this.
WVU Medicine Nephrology is committed to providing advanced kidney care at its primary location in Morgantown's Suncrest Town Center and also at outreach sites in Buchanan, Clarksburg, Elkins, Fairmont, Flatwoods, Grafton, Kaiser, Moorfield, and Summersville in West Virginia and Oakland, Maryland. Our expert team of nephrologists use the latest diagnosis and treatment methods. Call 855-WVU-CARE or visit wvumedicine.org/nephrology.
Since 1926, the West Virginia Hospital Association has been the collective voice of our state's hospitals. With a shared vision of strengthening communities, improving lives, and supporting our state's economic well-being, our member hospitals work every day to provide high-quality, accessible care. This year, we celebrate 100 years of a unified voice and our ongoing commitment to supporting our members in achieving a strong, healthy West Virginia.
A message from the West Virginia Hospital Association, online at wvha.org.
Coal-based generation remains the backbone of West Virginia's energy portfolio, ensuring reliability, security, and affordable electricity throughout the region. Our coal plants are engineered for performance, designed to run most efficiently at or near a 70% capacity factor. This level of operation is not arbitrary. It's based on sound engineering principles, scientific analysis, and has been formally adopted by the West Virginia legislature as a reasonable target for optimal performance. When our coal fleet operates near that benchmark, it provides stable power to the grid, maintains cost efficiency, and supports thousands of good-paying jobs across our state. Coal generation also drives local tax revenue that sustains schools, infrastructure, and community services. Working in partnership with state leaders and the Trump administration, we're ensuring that our coal fleet remains modern, efficient, and ready to power West Virginia and beyond for decades to come. This message brought to you by the West Virginia Coal Association and Friends of Coal.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. But the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
West Virginia Natural Gas keeps energy affordable and our state competitive for growth. Producing and using more of our reliable, homegrown energy helps stabilize prices for families and small businesses. Natural gas already supports more than 73,000 West Virginia jobs and generates billions for our economy. Investing in West Virginia natural gas means affordability, growth, and a stronger nation. Natural gas, affordable, reliable, American.
This message is brought to you by the Gas and Oil Association of West Virginia.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Across West Virginia, hospitals are always here, healing, helping, and standing strong for our communities. Hospitals save lives and build livelihoods. They're among our largest employers, with a passionate workforce of 54,000 West Virginians. Hospitals are economic drivers, contributing close to $17 billion to our state's economy and working to ensure access to care for all. From life-saving moments to wellness support, West Virginia hospitals keep our state healthy, our families strong, and our future bright.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
Hardwood Heat meets the Mountain State in Charleston. The 2026 West Virginia Girls High School Basketball State Championships, presented by Chick-fil-A. Saturday, March 14th. Every possession, every roar of the crowd, every championship moment live on MetroNews Television, powered by GoMart. Watch on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Details at WVMetroNewsTV.com to get in the action.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
It is Signing Day Eve. Is that a thing? We're making it a thing.
I like it.
Let's go for it. The legislative session will wrap up at midnight tomorrow night. Brad McElhenney, MetroNews statewide correspondent, will be keeping an eye on what the House and Senate are doing in the final hours. Brad's report brought to you by AARP, your ally for real possibilities in the Mountain State. Connect on social media at AARP West Virginia and learn more at aarp.org/WV. Brad, good morning. Sorry we can't be together today. I miss you already.
No, I miss you too. I will give you a hug. You're missing a relatively loose atmosphere. The end is in sight for everyone. And, normally we would be building in recent years to passage of the budget here in the next day or so, today or tomorrow. That would be normally the case in recent years. But as you know, the House of Delegates and the Senate passed their budget yesterday, which built, we thought, to a different kind of drama. The governor had 5 days to decide on whether to sign or veto the budget, possibly with a platter of the substance of his choosing, or maybe just some line item vetoes. That meant that we were going to, potentially be watching what those line item vetoes were and if there would be a mobilization by the House and Senate to override them. Big drama. However, we poked a hole in that drama. The governor last night, at a reasonable hour, maybe 7:30, submitted his budget along with some, I would say, pretty modest line item vetoes. Nothing to get worked up about in my view. And I think that is the view that I've heard expressed this morning on the House of Delegates, which is about to get underway with its floor session. Mingling with delegates, there was a view that there will not now be an attempt to override those vetoes. and further, a political opinion that, it was a standoff. And their view in the House is that they won the standoff, that the pressure they applied in a variety of ways, passing that budget early, having the time to override, keeping on hand some key bills that the governor wants, like the tax cut, that all resulted in pressure on the executive branch, and now means that we can all relax and everybody's going to back down from this OK Corral potential override phase. That's just not going to happen.
So both sides claim victory. I love it. Mm-hmm. Both sides claim victory. So, Brad, here's my question. You'll get into what you're watching, and there's still some stuff out there. And, look, there may be disagreement between the House and the Senate on many of these items. The budget's done. If one of the chambers wanted to pull the plug and sine die and they're just going to check out so as not to have to deal with anything, they could do that, right?
Yeah, they could, but there's still stuff that each of them wants. There are, TJ, this will warm your heart, and it could warm your household with West Virginia energy. There are now 3 different versions of the bill that would make West Virginia coal-fired power plants burn at 69% capacity. Did you ever watch that show Orphan Black where everybody's a clown? That bill is now running 3 times, and there's a 4th one that's in purgatory. So that's still one, certainly the majority in the Senate would want, and they're hoping that they can get the House to act on that one.
Does that warm your heart, TJ?
I'm all, it's a warm and fuzzy, I guess. Yeah.
TJ's heart is so warm that he's gone catatonic.
Brad, I just appreciate that you would look at me that way. Most people just say I'm a cold-hearted and then throw in some other words. So appreciate that.
If only you were running at 69% capacity, but you're running at 33%.
MetroNews statewide correspondent Brad McElhenney joining us. Hey, Brad, so with the governor signing the budget bill, does this mean that the tax bill sails through the House the next 2 days?
Yeah, today. It's early on the agenda today, and I think that there now is really no controversy over that one. I do think it was a chip that the House was holding, until the last possible second, but it calls for a 5% personal income tax cut. That seems generally agreed upon. It includes a raise an increase in the base tax, and there are, I think, 4 amendments still lingering on that bill, so there will be a small amount of arguing over those 4 amendments, but I think that's one of the things that's going to probably be up for passage pretty early today.
The big thing on my list is E-Verify. So business says it's anti-business. There's obviously lawmakers who want it. I think it's political. I think it's tied to immigration. Where is that bill? What should we expect today?
It's, I think, relatively early on the Senate agenda today, and I think there will probably be a brawl because it's an issue that splits the supermajority caucus, with some people thinking that it cracks down on employment of unlawful immigrants, and other people thinking that it is burdensome, particularly on small businesses, and that it doesn't work well as a law, but it's just poorly defined, poorly drafted. So I think there's going to be likely a brawl over that one unless the bill is set aside. And then there's a question of, on the last day, if it goes over to the House and it's been changed in some significant fashion, they already fought in the House over it for, an hour and a half? So are they going to want that fight on the last day about what to do? I think that one's very much in doubt.
MetroNews statewide correspondent Brad McElhenney is joining us. Brad, yesterday in the Senate Finance Committee, they took up the teacher pay raise bill. They added locality pay into that along with the 3% pay raise. Does that bill get more changes before it gets to the finish?
Oh, gosh. Well, I think that maybe kicks off a brawl in the House. I forget where that bill stands. It's still in the Senate, but I forget kind of what vote phase it's on. But, I think you've got to pass that pay raise bill. The reason that was a bill in the first place is because educators and state police have their wage scales in state law. So if you're offering a pay raise, you've got to change those pay scales in the code. But adding that element, the locality pay, in the House, where, it's 100 single-member districts, I think there may be a fight over it, but it's up against the clock. And so, I think that's meant to be leverage. And it would be hard to vote down that bill or to lay it aside somehow.
Food dye bill saw significant changes in Senate Judiciary. Once on the floor, it got moved to Senate rules yesterday. What should we be thinking about that move, Brad?
Well, that one existed because last year, West Virginia passed a bill, and now a law, banning certain artificial food dyes. It went to federal court because producers, food manufacturers and beverage distributors sued over it, saying that it's so vague that they don't know how to comply. It just labels things as either toxic or unhealthy. Judge Irene Berger of the federal court agreed and said, this is unconstitutionally vague. You got to tell people how to comply. And so this is meant to be a cleanup bill, but it's instead become messy and went over to the Senate where, there was a lot of question about government overreach, effects on West Virginia businesses that are food producers. And it was, I did not witness it being put into the Rules Committee. I was in the other chamber, which, happens more often than not. Always in left field when I should be in right field. But I don't know if that has a chance of re-emerging or not. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to just pop it back out onto the floor. But the fact that it was meant to clean up aspects of a federal lawsuit and now is in question, that's not ideal.
Brad, got a couple of minutes left before we got to hit the break. Senate Finance also changed the bill that is meant to bolster funding for public schools, basically taking out the portion of that bill that would change the school aid formula, but leaving in the part that would dedicate more funding for special needs. That's the gist of it. Brad, what were the details of those changes?
Yeah, well, I would give you the broad picture. That bill that is meant to provide at least some additional support for West Virginia's struggling public school systems has changed over and over and over on its legislative journey. Now we are at the end. Tomorrow is mostly epilogue, and it has changed again at the last second in a Senate committee. Not much has been done this year to provide support right now for West Virginia's public schools. And the fact that has changed at the last second makes me wonder if anything is going to pass at all. The Senate Education Chairwoman, Amy Nicole Grady, who is typically a straight shooter, told us after that committee meeting that she had not spoken yet with her House counterparts because things are just, things are running around. It's a little crazy here. Everybody's very busy. So that lack of communication and the last second change, I think just it makes it very doubtful in my head whether anything is going to happen at all on trying to provide some financial relief for West Virginia public schools.
MetroNews statewide correspondent Brad McElhenney. His report brought to you by AARP, your ally for real possibilities in the Mountain State. Connect on social media at AARP West Virginia and learn more at aarp.org/WV. Brad, good luck the next couple of days. We'll be watching.
Oh, thanks. Take care.
Coming up, we'll get some of your texts, more thoughts, and what happened to Team West Virginia. We'll talk about that coming up. This is Talkline on Metro News. Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Jeff Jenkins. The House of Delegates and State Senate begin their floor sessions this hour at the state capitol. This is day 59 of the 60-day legislative session. Both bodies will be told Governor Patrick Morrisey has signed the budget bill into law with a handful of line-item vetoes. Lawmakers could move to override those vetoes. They have to start in the Senate since the budget bill began in the Senate this session. House of Delegates is yet to pass the bill that would cut income taxes by 5%. That bill's up for passage today. Morrisey was stumping for a tax cut during an appearance Thursday in Greenbrier County.
Well, we had a surplus, and we're on pace to have an over $300 million surplus this year. How can we not give some of that money back to the people? Are you with me?
Morrisey cut his revenue projections by 5% to make way for the cut, but he announced in his State of the State address he wanted a 10% cut. The way it was announced didn't sit well with some state lawmakers. Up for passage today in the Senate is the school funding formula bill. The Senate has stripped out most of the House provisions, leaving only additional funding for counties in the area of special education. House Finance Committee Chairman Jason Barrett promises future work on the funding formula issue.
A little late in the session for us to really dive into that and make the necessary changes that I think the Senate would be comfortable with. Certainly understand it's a priority of the House, and we're committed to working with them in the future for a complete overhaul of the state funding formula.
Special education money will be available to the counties in the 2027-2028 school year. You're listening to Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
If you have a child who's a junior in high school in West Virginia or know someone that does, please listen up. Here's your opportunity to win a full scholarship from West Virginia Wesleyan College that includes room, board, tuition, and fees. The 19th Annual West Virginia Scholar Program is presented by ZMM Architects and Engineers and the West Virginia Farm Bureau. The deadline is May 3rd. For details, go to wvmetronews.com to apply. That's wvmetronews.com. Remember, application deadline is May 3rd.
Hi, I'm Matt Bainbridge. I'm a principal with CEC and the survey practice lead in West Virginia. My journey with CEC started as a staff consultant in 2014. From surveys to well pad design, CEC has nurtured my growth. In 2015, they empowered me to build a remote sensing group, providing the resources to get the job done. The best part is with CEC's support, my career and retirement plans are secure. At CEC, we engineer progress in the great state of West Virginia.
Find out what CEC can do for you. Visit cecinc.com.
The National Weather Service has nearly the entire state under a wind advisory now through 8 o'clock tonight. Meteorologists say there will be southwest winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusts up to 45 miles an hour expected. Eastern mountain counties are under a high wind warning. The first of 6 semifinal round games in the girls' high school basketball tournament underway this morning at the Charleston Coliseum. Follow the live action, including live stats, at WVMetroNews.com. Watch all 4 championship games tomorrow on MetroNews Television. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Jeff Jenkins.
.304 Talk 304. That is the way to share your thoughts with us this morning. Steam Release coming up 1 hour from now. A Friday the 13th edition of Steam Release. That could be spicy. When you choose CityNet, you are choosing a 100% West Virginia-owned internet provider with local support, no call centers, no runaround, just fast, dependable fiber internet backed by people who live and work right here. Plus, new residential customers can get 50% off any internet plan for a year. Visit citynet.net today. If you go over to WVMetroNews.com this morning, the guy sitting to my left, if you are watching on the Metro News TV app, YouTube, Facebook Live, Mr. TJ Meadows has a commentary. The Senate said no to West Virginia's economic future. We're talking about Team West Virginia here. This was the bill. This was Roger Hanshaw's, the House's #1 bill, 4001. Senate had an opportunity to run it, didn't do anything with it. The House sent it through, and it went to the Senate where it stayed and never moved. Thoughts?
Let me try to crystallize this with a colorful analogy.
I like colorful analogies.
If Team West Virginia is the medicine, right, to make the state better, and the House is trying to administer that medicine, the way the Senate handled this, the Senate is the one sneaking into the hospital room at night, putting poison in the IV.
Oh, wow.
By not running this bill.
That's dark, man.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to get across to people here. Look, we had a chance. Everything we talk about is a symptom. Special ed funding crisis, symptom. EMS,
symptom.
Symptom. It's all a symptom. We know what the problem is. We don't have enough people here. And of the people we do have here, not enough work. There's not enough opportunity. How do you fix that? You bring new business to West Virginia. Diversify your economy. Have we learned nothing over the last 100 years when it comes to not diversifying our economy? So there's this model. Yes, it's in Ohio. No, it's not perfect. Because I got blown up last night about writing what I did. Well, what about this problem? What about... Look, adapt or die. Do something or die. It's that simple. It's not perfect, but it's a pretty good model. When you look at their results, over 4,000 new industries, companies in Ohio brought there in the last decade. They're doing something right. What do? We sit on the sideline. Governor DeWine joked to Amanda Barron, who interviewed him, that, yeah, it works so well. I don't know if I want West Virginia to do it. I don't want the competition. Ohio's the big winner today, Dave, yet again. And somewhere right now, someone from Jobs Ohio is in West Virginia having a conversation with a West Virginia-based business saying, move across the river.
I'm not going to disagree with anything you just said. I will try to give you a little bit of hope, TJ.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for. You know as well as I do, the legislative process, sometimes it takes more than 1 year to get an idea through. We could see a very different-looking legislature next year.
Mm-hmm.
We may not. We don't know. We don't know how the primaries and general election are going to go, but we could see a different makeup in the legislature. Maybe next year's the year. Now, again, that's a year behind. That's a year we've lost to grow the economy, get more jobs. And I'm giving the governor a lot of credit today. I'm confident we're going to have economic development announcements over the next year.
Mm-hmm.
But as you've pointed out, and forgive me, I can't remember which one of the delegates we were speaking to at the time said 49 other states are out there hunting.
Doc Ellington.
Was it Doc?
Mm-hmm.
49 other states are out there doing these things. We have to as well. It would be a perfect world where government didn't get involved. You could just stand on your environment, businesses. But that's not the world we live in. No, we're not Ohio. We're not Virginia. We are a very unique state, but we've also had the opportunity. It might have been Doc Ellington again.
It was Rohrbach. I'm sorry, Dr.
Was it
Rohrbach?
Rohrbach?
Yes.
Doc Rohrbach. To see what did not work in Jobs Ohio or Jobs, I think it's Team Kentucky. Didn't Andy Beshear have a similar program in Kentucky?
Yeah, it's Team Kentucky, yeah.
So we've had an opportunity to see what parts of those didn't work, tweak them, make them work here. I like the idea. I like the baseball analogy. This was the home run. This was the one that put the game out of reach. I still think a lot of those singles get through. I think this was a semi-productive session, but that was the crown jewel. That was the big home run. That was the Ellie De La Cruz grand slam in the bottom of the ninth that really would have made this a successful legislative session. And it was a swing and a miss on a 3-2 fastball.
And the criticism that I have heard is that, this really wouldn't take the politics out of what we have now.
It may not.
It may not, but I think it actually would.
Mm-hmm.
Look, players, people that know how to get business deals done, and I'm talking big deals, they don't like politics. They avoid it.
Sure.
They're looking for a place where they have autonomy, they have a mandate, and they are held accountable as to whether or not they meet that mandate. That's what they thrive in. And that's what Team West Virginia would have been. Right now, we've got some great folks trying to do some great things. They're hamstrung because what needs to happen if we need to get a deal done? Got to get the legislature involved. Got to pass a bill. Got to do this. It's over before we can even get in the game because we can't move as fast as everyone else.
Got to be speed of business.
Speed of business.
Say,
speed
right?
of business. And look, the other point I'll make, yes, you're right. It takes multiple times to get through. This has been talked about.
Sure.
For
That's
2 or 3
point.
years. And they've held off until they got it right, making it a bill. So I concede your point. You're absolutely right. But again, I am disappointed. The other part of this, sources I talked to, supporters of this program, they say the governor wasn't fond of this bill, and he was working the Senate. Now, the governor can account for his own actions, but if that is true, then why? Why are you doing that?
Well, let's turn this around then. If that is true, okay, fine. But that puts the onus on you to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got a year. If you're Governor Morrissey and you didn't want this particular program, okay, fine. I can understand that. I can respect that. But to me, that puts the onus on you and your team. You better get out there and hunt. You better get out and land some. You want to do a fishing analogy now?
Yeah.
You better land some big fish over the next year and say, see, we have established the fundamentals. We're doing the right things. We're bringing these people in. We're bringing these corporations in. If you're going to make a believer out of the House and the Senate.
And from what I hear, comparatively, we're not even throwing our bobber in the water, dude. We're just not doing it. So I think that's where we need to move. I hope it comes back up. I would be ecstatic if there was a way to get this into an interim movement and get it done. I don't think that will happen. You hit it, though. The best chance to make this happen is post-election, and depending what the results are of that election. We'll see.
304-TALK, 304 is the text line. We'll get to some of your thoughts coming up. We'll get an update on the girls basketball state tournament. It is semifinal Friday. We had a couple of thrillers in the 4A quarterfinals last night. My Blue Devils are on to the championship game. Just want to throw that in there as well. We'll talk about that next. Our sports guru, Daniel Woods, joins us next. This is Talkline from the Encova Insurance Studios.
Hospitals drive West Virginia's economy. They produce jobs and create opportunities while keeping our communities healthy. Employing nearly 54,000 people, West Virginia hospitals rank among our state's largest and most dependable employers. They provide more than $1 billion in community benefits and generate nearly $17 billion in total economic impact each year. Hospitals are investing where it counts, advancing health, ensuring access to care, and powering West Virginia's economic future.
A message from the West Virginia Hospital Association, online at WVHA.org.
Coal-based generation remains the backbone of West Virginia's energy portfolio, ensuring reliability, security, and affordable electricity throughout the region. Our coal plants are engineered for performance, designed to run most efficiently at or near a 70% capacity factor. This level of operation is not arbitrary. It's based on sound engineering principles, scientific analysis, and has been formally adopted by the West Virginia Legislature as a reasonable target for optimal performance. When our coal fleet operates near that benchmark, it provides stable power to the grid, maintains cost efficiency, and supports thousands of good-paying jobs across our state. Coal generation also drives local tax revenue that sustains schools, infrastructure, and community services. Working in partnership with state leaders and the Trump administration, we're ensuring that our coal fleet remains modern, efficient, and ready to power West Virginia and beyond for decades to come. This message brought to you by the West Virginia Coal Association and Friends of Coal.
Every day in West Virginia, we play for something bigger.
As a mom, I play for her education.
I play because it helps provide care for the ones who care for us.
I play to help keep our parks beautiful.
Why I play? Because every play supports West Virginia's future, our students, our seniors, and our state parks. For 40 years, proceeds from the West Virginia Lottery have totaled nearly $13.7 billion. I play. 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. But the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
Golf Week called Pete Dye Golf Club one of America's best modern courses. Golf Digest recently called Pete Dye one of America's 100 greatest courses, and Pete Dye calls it 18 of the most exciting and memorable holes I've ever built on one course. Pete Dye Golf Club invites you to join the only course named after the legendary designer himself. National, corporate, and local memberships available now for a limited time. Visit PeteDye.com to learn more. Come play where the Mountaineers play at Pete Dye Golf Club.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
When I was heavy, being on my feet all day seemed like torture. It makes you feel defeated. I'm just going to be like this for the rest of my life. But then I thought, I'm done acting like that. I'm not going to be like that anymore. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 265 pounds. It's always been my goal to have my own place. I want everyone to feel welcome here. I would never have been able to do all these things before without WVU Medicine.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
All the sports West Virginia is talking about.
Nikki Izzo-Brown, coach of the nationally ranked WVU women's soccer team.
I think they're just having a very good understanding of each other.
Join Kyle Wiggs, Brett Howe, and Coach Hunter weeknights for Sportsline on Metro News Television. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, smart TVs, and online at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
On the next State of Minds.
I came here to Morgantown, the WVU. I wanted to play football. Tried to walk on, but I was humbled very quickly. So I joined the WVU forestry team. What my father taught me was the importance of hard work and the importance of sweat equity.
Of West Virginia. MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
304 Talk 304 is the text line. We will get some of your comments coming up. Steam release is in half an hour. The girls basketball state tournament continues over at the Charleston Coliseum. It is semifinal Friday. Class AA semifinal underway. We've got a tight one. Williamstown leads Wheeling Central by 7 minutes and 46 to go in the fourth quarter of that ball game. We've got AA, AAA, and 4A all on the floor today. Daniel Woods, he covers court, he covers the legislature, he covers the basketball tournament. That's why we got him in studio this morning. Morning, Daniel. Morning. Hang on. Try it again. Morning. How about that?
My bad.
That's 3 straight appearances on Talkline that I've been delayed in some form or fashion.
It is. For some reason, we can't get you on the air the first time around.
I blame Dave Allen.
Yes.
That's the easiest way out.
Yeah.
When in doubt. All right. Quickly, yesterday, we had a couple of barn burners. We had an overtime ball game. We had some scrappy ball games. What stood out to you yesterday with the single A semis and the 4A quarters?
Well, I think what I'm ready to say is probably the best game of the tournament we've seen so far is the quarterfinal in Quad A between Parkersburg and University. That's the overtime game you mentioned. 71-70, the final score. Parkersburg escapes the upset. University just battled. They were down double digits in that game, come back in the second half, have a couple of girls foul out, still force overtime. Bree Fox scored 32 points for University, but Parkersburg, which has state championship aspirations, obviously, as any team that's down here would, but as the number 2 seed really does, is able to hold on. They get a layup in overtime. They break the pressure, get a good look, and are able to score, and then they get a stop on the other end. So a really big win there for Parkersburg. We have our single A state championship game set. The Fighting Dave Wilsons of St. Mary's are gonna play for a state championship against Gilmer County, who's the number 1 seed, who's been the favorite all year. And then we've got semifinal Friday today. The Quad A action yesterday on the other side of the bracket. You got Morgantown beating Cabell Midland. They're going to play Parkersburg. And then George Washington, the number 1 seed, beat Washington. And as I said yesterday, that is George Washington from Charleston beating Washington from Charlestown, if it couldn't get any more confusing. But a nice win there for GW. Washington with a good showing. But the top seed moves on. And they are going to get 5th-seeded Parkersburg South, who beat number 4 Martinsburg. So yesterday you had the Patriots against the Patriots, and you're getting the Patriots against the Patriots again today.
If I had time to get to one game today, and they're all great, but which one caught your eye? Which one should I be looking at today the hardest?
I don't want to keep you up all night, but the 9 o'clock game between Parkersburg and Morgantown, I think, is probably maybe the game that I think, as it stands right now, not knowing what the championships are going to be, has the best chance to unseat University and Parkersburg as the best game of the tournament. These two teams split in the regular season. Parkersburg beat Morgantown not long after Morgantown lost its leading scorer, Brendan Nelson, for the season. I was talking to Morgantown's coach, John Folks, yesterday, and he's been pretty open about it. Like, he's rolling out 2 freshmen, a junior, a sophomore, and a senior that played JV last year with the injuries that they've had to Brendan Nelson and Kaylee Kellogg and then Jocelyn Ammons late in the season. Like, this Morgantown team has overcome a lot. They're kind of playing with house money at this point, but they did beat that Parkersburg team after they dealt with the injuries on a neutral site at the Greenbrier. So that's the game that I'm looking forward to just from just a really good basketball perspective, because with John Folks and Chris Murray, you're getting 2 great coaches as well.
That is the 9 o'clock game tonight. That's the nightcap tonight. George Washington Parkersburg South will be the 5:30 game. Got Greenbrier East versus Kaiser in Class AAA. Nitro East Fairmont, the 7 seed, which upended Spring Valley, will take on Nitro. We'll see if the I think the AAA field is maybe the deepest class this year.
I think so. I mean, you've got a 5 seed and a 7 seed in the semifinals. That tells you everything you need to know. That East Fairmont team, a lot like Morgantown, overcame some injuries, is playing really good basketball right now. And then I'm really interested to see that Kaiser team play Greenbrier East because, frankly, Kaiser the last few years has gotten down to the state tournament and just very quietly has put together really good records every year in the regular season. And then I don't understand why, but they seem to surprise people every time they get to the state tournament. So for them to get an opportunity against Greenbrier East and the senator, Jim Justice, who is the only undefeated team in any class, I think that's going to be a really fun game.
Flip over to the boys' side for just a second. I got to mention this. Did you see Charleston Catholic and Logan last night?
What a way to win and what a way to lose, am I right?
Outline it, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so Charleston Catholic, the number 1 seed in Class AA Region 4, was playing the 4 seed Logan. Winner goes to the state tournament next week. Charleston Catholic's got the ball, tie game, 37-all, trying to run the clock down and then run a play to win the game. Logan forces a turnover. There's a deflection, a steal. They go the other way 2-on-1 and get a layup basically as time expires to win, to pull the upset, and go to the state tournament. And we talked about Dave Allen earlier. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to heap praise on Dave Allen, but I will heap praise on his alma mater because I was talking to Jeff Jenkins earlier today, and I said I have just learned over the years, you get to the month of March, you cannot count out Logan, no matter what the records are, no matter who they're playing.
People were overjoyed. I mean, it was joy last night.
And I mean, that facility at Charleston Catholic is beautiful, and there were people hanging from the rafters in there.
It's what's great. This is what makes this the greatest time of the year. Best 2 weeks of the year.
I said earlier this morning on the morning news that there are 3 days that stand out to me on my calendar every year: Christmas and the 2 semifinal Fridays. Those are the 3 best days of my year.
It's Friday the 13th, too. Something weird's going to happen today, Daniel.
Oh. I wouldn't want to be a higher seed at the Civic Center then.
He said it. There it is. There's your prediction, TJ.
All right.
You can catch, of course, exclusive Metro News radio coverage of the girls' basketball state tournament. We got it streaming for you right now. Joe Mercado, Greg Carey have you covered on all of the pregame, postgame, highlights, recaps. It's all available at WVMetroNews.com, and we will have all 4 championship games tomorrow on the MetroNews Television app. Daniel, see you over at the Coliseum later today, buddy.
See you there.
Appreciate it. Back to wrap up the first hour after this.
Getting ghosted is never fun, especially by your network. Cyber threats don't announce themselves. They slip in quietly, disrupt operations, and disappear before you know what happened. CityNet's cybersecurity services provide proactive monitoring, threat detection, and expert response, so your business stays connected and protected. Commit to a relationship built on trust and reliability. Learn more at citynet.net today. And remember, CityNet connects, protects, and perfects.
Welcome back, class of 2011. Most likely to be a millionaire, didn't quite make it.
Hey, reunion's not over yet.
Over here, millionaire, smile.
Make room, people.
Who is that?
Congratulations to our very own Millionaire for Life.
Never too late, man.
You could win up to $1 million every year with Millionaire for Life. Play in store or online today. West Virginia Lottery. 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
At Glenville State University, we are pioneers. With over 45 undergraduate degree programs, 17 NCAA athletic teams, and countless campus organizations and activities, we're here to help you build your story while becoming a part of ours. Glenville State University, your dream, your future, your story. Visit glenville.edu today for more information.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. But the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
When my shift ends, I hang up my hard hat and head home, proud of the work we're doing here in West Virginia. Natural gas is more than energy. It's jobs, investment, and opportunity across our state. We put safety first and deliver reliable energy families and businesses count on. For families like mine, it means steady work and a stronger future. West Virginia Natural Gas, fueling communities today and building tomorrow.
This message is brought to you by the Gas and Oil Association of West Virginia.
For over 30 years, High Technology Foundation has been committed to building a stronger West Virginia. Our mission, economic diversification. By fostering innovation and supporting tech initiatives, we pave the way for a brighter future. From cutting-edge research to tech-driven solutions, we're transforming the landscape. Join us in creating opportunities and driving progress. Let's build a diverse economy together. Visit WVHTF.org. High Technology Foundation, shaping West Virginia's future.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
President Trump is right. America's electric grid needs to be fixed now.
When you have a grid system in this country that's obsolete and a disaster, it can't produce the electricity. It can't distribute the electricity.
For West Virginia, obsolete means power outages and lost opportunities. That's why more than 6,000 West Virginians signed a petition urging state leaders to support President Trump's call to fix our grid. Learn more at powerwvnow.org. Paid for by West Virginians for reliable and affordable energy.
It all comes down to this in Charleston. The 2026 West Virginia Boys High School Basketball State Championships presented by Chick-fil-A. Saturday, March 21st. Every possession, every roar of the crowd, every championship moment. Live on MetroNews Television, powered by GoMart. Watch on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Details at WVMetroNewsTV.com to get in the action.
Inside the Encova Insurance Studios this morning, steam release is coming up at 11:33. 304 Talk 304. That's the best way to get in touch with us today. A couple of million could go a long way. The Lotto America jackpots start at $2 million and grow until someone takes it home. Drawings happen every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and with 9 ways to win, even the smaller prizes can feel like a big win. Just $1 to play, in-store and online. 18 plus to play. Please play responsibly. Current jackpot is $18.15 million. Get your chance at manageable millions. Coming up, second hour, Chris Stirewalt is going to join us. I wonder if Stirewalt's got any stories from his day at the legislature on the final day.
That is an excellent opening question.
We'll toss it to him, see if he's got any. It's story time with Uncle Chris coming up at 11:06. Steam release at the bottom of the hour. Your chance to vent, get it all off your chest before we head into the weekend. Sophia Wasick and Ethan Collins are handling the audio side of things on one of our great radio affiliates across the state. And, of course, Jake Link handles video control back in Morgantown. Second hour of Talkline is coming up. This is Talkline on Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia. Hoppy Kercheval. 5:55 a.m. How early did you get in that day, by the way?
Probably 3:30. Probably 3:30.
How long did you do sign-on shift?
I signed on like 7 years.
Not all.
6 days a week for 7 years.
Lightweight.
I know. Couldn't do it now. Now when I wake up at 3:30 to go to the bathroom. and go back to bed.
Welcome to the 2 o'clock hour, Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com on a Wednesday, and I apologize because Stephanie Pauly is our producer, one of the producers of the show, and normally she has everything. We have a thing we call the run sheet, when we have who we're calling and what we're doing and so on. And so and Stephanie, I don't even know whether you know this, I did the run sheet today, and I put the wrong date on. I put 2025 on it, because how many of us in modern day actually write the date out anymore? I mean, you did it when you were in school, you did it back when people wrote checks and whatever. This may have been the first day that I have written the date down, and I was responsible for putting together the sheet. And my co-host, the lovely and talented AB, starts the show by saying January 24th, 2025, because she read it directly off the sheet. And it is indeed the year of our Lord, 2026.
Oh, yeah, he did find something out. Something, you're related to Thomas Jefferson?
Well, I'm not related to Thomas Jefferson, but I am related to Samuel Kercheval, who was a historian.
I'm going to tell you something about Samuel Kercheval. Him and Jefferson out smoking corn silk. Kercheval told him, Thomas, I don't know about this country. Might want to start again.
He could.
So I don't have a monitor here, so I really can't see what happens at the beginning of the show. Mm-hmm. So at what point do I pop up? When the music starts and Mr. Announcer comes on?
Yeah.
So they see all the little panic things that I do that I'm still in the process of setting up?
Yes. They see you shuffle about uncomfortably. They see you blow the dust off your headphones. They see you put in like 2 cough drops at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I don't do 2 at the same time. Yeah. Okay.
Medicine caring for all Mountaineers, including you. Welcome back to the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. We're all set to bring you coverage of semifinal Friday here at the WVSSAC Girls Basketball State Tournament. We'll have the semifinals in classes AA, AAA, and Quad A to bring you throughout the course of the day. It all starts at 9:30 a.m. with the first of the AA semifinal matchups, and we have a pair of Region 1 rivals going up against each other for the second time this year. Williamstown taking on Wheeling Central Catholic. Williamstown won the regular season meeting at 50-36 back in January. Wheeling Central had no trouble getting past Wayne in their tournament opener, 71-35, as Haley Severance led the way for the Maroon Knights with 20 points. Williamstown was tested for a full 32 minutes against Philip Barber, but they found a way past the Colts 53-51 as Gracie Montgomery dropped in 17 points. At 11:15, the first of the AAA semifinals, top-seeded and unbeaten Greenbrier East will take on the Golden Tornado of Kaiser. Greenbrier East defeated Hampshire in their tournament opener 74-36 as Hannah Fuller led the way with 16 points and 14 rebounds. Kaiser knocked off John Marshall by the final of 47-40, giving the Golden Tornado their first state tournament victory in the last 12 years. Jillian Alt and Bibbs Felton combining for 35 points in the victory for Kaiser. At 1 o'clock, it's the second-class AA semifinal, a pair of Region 3 rivals going up against each other. Wyoming East taking on James Monroe. James Monroe swept 2 regular season meetings by 18 and 31 points, respectively. The Mavericks defeated Lincoln in their tournament opener 68-33. Lydia and Maya Dunlap combining for 39 points and 20 rebounds. Wyoming East defeated Charleston Catholic by 10 points, 63-53. 4 players scored in double figures for the Warriors, and they were led by Kendall Lusk's 18-point effort. The evening session begins at 5:30 with the first-class Quad A semifinal. It's a regular season rematch of MSAC rivals George Washington and Parkersburg South. GW defeated South 65-45 on January 20th. Georgia Washington pulled away from Washington in the quarterfinal round, 65-52. Juniors Rihanna Breckenridge and Jeriah Pryor combined to score 33 points. In the last quarterfinal, Parkersburg South defeated Martinsburg 59-46. Freshman Lindsay Logston scored 25 points. 3 of the 4 semifinalists hail from the MSAC. At 7:15, the second-class AAA semifinal, the Nitro Wildcats seeking their 3rd consecutive appearance on Championship Saturday, taking on the East Fairmont Bees. Nitro avenged a regular season loss to Princeton, defeating the Tigers 48-40 in the quarterfinal round as Carson Jones had a double-double with 14 points and 12 rebounds. East Fairmont knocked off second-seeded Spring Valley by the final of 54-52 as Kaylee Heyman led a very balanced East Fairmont offensive attack She had 15 points. And then the third meeting of the season coming in the Class Quad A semifinal round, Morgantown and Parkersburg. The teams have split their two meetings so far. PHS won at Morgantown, and the Mohegans avenged that loss at the Battle for the Springhouse tournament at the Greenbrier. Morgantown knocked off Cabell Midland 56-42 in their tournament opener, while Parkersburg was tested to the limit and then some by University. But PHS got past the Hawks 71-70 in overtime. Kennedy Porter leading the way for the Big Reds with 24 points and 24 rebounds. Stay tuned to WB Metro.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Good morning. Welcome in. Second hour of MetroNews Talkline. We are in the Encova Insurance Studios today. Text line is 304-TALK-304. The phone number is 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. Steam release is coming up at the bottom of the hour. We'll have some opportunities to get to your messages and your thoughts this half hour before we get to steam release, because, bottom of the hour, we can't really have a dialogue. It's a monologue for you. Now we can have a dialogue. 304-TALK-304 is the text line, 800-765-8255. Ethan Collins and Sophia Wasik are handling the video streams. No, they're handling the audio streams on our great radio affiliates across the state. Jake Link is handling the video stream back at WAJR Master Control this morning. Chris Stirewalt, of course, you know him as the host of News Nation the host of The Hill Sunday on News Nation. He's politics editor for The Hill. He's a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, and he is a former Capitol scribe as well. He joins us on West Virginia State Capitol scribe. Let me be specific there. He joins us on MetroNews Talkline this morning. Good morning, Chris.
I get it. I see now that why I have to be by phone is because of the heat. Because you can't handle the heat of me on video, so you've got to try to isolate me by phone. I understand. That's fine. Look, frankly, I don't blame you. I get it.
So we were talking, our legislative session wraps up tomorrow night, Chris. So today's the day, Senate and the House, they're running all these bills, and TJ and I were just thinking, do you have any, or what is your best final hours of the West Virginia legislature story that you have from your days as covering the state capitol?
None that I would tell in public, sir. None.
Well, it's just the three of us hanging out here.
None that I would publicly repeat, sir. But the red carpet lounge, do people still talk about red carpet privilege?
The red carpet lounge is still there. I don't hear that term thrown around much, though.
So the red carpet privilege, so we know about on background. We know what that means, which means that you can use the information, but you can't attribute it to the source. And then there's off the record, which is you can know this, but you have to confirm it elsewhere, right? This is off the record. You can go looking for it, but it didn't. Not only did it not come from me, but it's you have to find it someplace else. It's just a clue that you can use. And then there's the red carpet privilege. And the red carpet privilege is that it didn't even happen. If it takes place at the red carpet lounge, they used to have steak night on Thursdays, and the lawmakers would come, and party liquor may have been served and consumed. I'm not going to violate red carpet privilege, but many things were said, many things were seen that would have shaped the future of West Virginia politics, and nothing was ever said. I never knew red carpet privilege to have been violated even once.
So what you're telling me is it really doesn't happen in Senate junior rules. It happens at the red carpet lounge.
Well, the world is different and more boring now. I don't know. I don't know what people do anymore, and whether they're just chugging raw milk and YouTubing themselves. I don't know what's going on. But there was a time when lawmakers, staff attorneys, journalists, and others were part of a stew, a bubbling stew of humanity in Charleston. And during the legislative session, it got like that. It got that way. There were fistfights. There were things said, there were things done, there were vows to the public and to spouses that were violated. Many things happened in the wild and woolly days of West Virginia's legislative session.
Chris Stirewalt is joining us on MetroNews Talkline this morning. I saw an X post from you, and those are notable because I don't see them very often, Chris. So could you explain raccoons are the MAGA and the Democratic Socialist of America, survival through destruction? You have my attention.
Now, I do not post on Twitter. I have a Twitter wrangler whose job is, he has other jobs, but one of his jobs in life is he takes my random brain droppings that occur in podcasts and on television and in the things that I write, and he posts content. And that's, like, my thing about Twitter is you can be in or you can be out, but you can't be choosy, right? So I can't choose to come in and yell at somebody and argue with somebody about this and not about that, in for a penny, in for a pound. I don't have the bandwidth to be all the way in. But I've been thinking about raccoons a lot, as I usually do. But I'm thinking, if you've seen the meme, which is death is near, be free, eat trash. And I was talking to my friend and colleague Jonah Goldberg about a revisionist history episode and a discussion about there was a period of time where behavioral researchers, neuroscientists, and others were going to do raccoons instead of rats because raccoons they thought were more human-like than rats to do the kind of behavioral testing they did, but they ran into a problem. Rats learn and develop ways of doing things, right? So this is the Skinner box. Rats will learn. Okay, you push the lever, you get the pellet, so then next time I'm going to come right back. So it's the Skinner box, it's Pavlovian kind of research, it's all that stuff. Raccoons, who do seem more human-like, lack that impulse, and what they do is they are chaos. The way that raccoons get into your trash, the way that they figure stuff out, the way that they do things, they just break it, brother. They will just go buck wild on whatever they're confronted with. They are agents of destruction. And they will get into your trash. They will get into anything. They will find a way, but they will not do it by learning to behave. And the agents of chaos in American politics on the nationalist right and on the Democratic Socialist left, watching Republicans try to come up with what their new foreign policy is interesting because their foreign policy, do you remember Barack Obama's, the reporting about Barack Obama's administration's, what is your doctrine, what's the foreign policy thing? And they said, don't do stupid bleep. They didn't say bleep, they said the word, to be, as Jessica White would say. But they said, don't do stupid bleep. And what they meant was, unlike the dumb Republicans who came before us with their complicated doctrines, what we have is we're just going to be right. And then Republicans did the same thing. J.D. Vance, in his argument for why Donald Trump can go to war, but he opposed other wars, is that Donald Trump is smart and previous presidents were dumb. And this is what people always say when they do things that don't align with their priors, which is, no, this time we can do it. It will be different this time because we are smart and they are dumb. And now the Republicans are trying to come up with what is an argument for their foreign policy beyond whatever Donald Trump thinks is good, and that's what we will do. And so going from raccoon to rat is really hard. Going from agent of chaos that destroys to building something and learning how to press the lever to get the cocaine pellet is challenging.
Iran is expanding. We're seeing tankers attacked in the Strait of Hormuz. We're seeing oil prices continuing to have a lot of volatility, going up and up, however. American patience typically runs thin, and the president doesn't show any sign of de-escalating. He shows signs of escalating. Where do we go from here?
I think he's showing plenty of signs of de-escalating, right? He's showing he's leaving himself maximum wiggle room to declare victory and walk, right? Like at whatever point that this is the challenge for Netanyahu, this is the challenge for Marco Rubio, this is the challenge for all these folks who are like, good, you've got it going, and now we got to finish the job. And Donald Trump is better than anybody at declaring victory. He says he wins when he loses. He says he wins more than anybody's ever won. And Donald Trump could, at any moment, say, "I'm out. We did what we came to do." Say, well, what did you come to do? And then it's why it's helpful to have 11 arguments for the war and a dozen explanations of what victory looks like. Is you just say you won. Now, the problem is these terror attacks that have taken, or however we're supposed to describe them, these lone wolf kind of attacks that seem to be taking place into the United States. Iran does not want to do the full Monty with the United States, right? Iran is not. It is not. I don't know what the new Ayatollah's jam is, but certainly his father was like, we got to push them as far as we can push them, remain a credible threat, but don't let them uncork it on us. And we have not uncorked it on them. We have not engaged in the kind of bombing that would kill civilians in large numbers. We have not done the stuff. We have not deployed ground troops. We haven't done the other thing. We have not armed the Kurds. We have not done all of those things that America doesn't want to do because it turns it into the Q word potentially, and you have uprisings across the region. U.S. doesn't want to do it, but Iran could end up forcing Trump's hand by either doing something so heinous that the United States feels that it has no choice, or rallying U.S. public sentiment. There's a reason that Iran doesn't want to do 9/11 style orchestrated, targeted terror attacks. They have chemical weapons. They might have biological weapons. They might have the makings for a dirty bomb. It's not in Iran's interest to do that if the response is, okay, here we go. We got it. You know, the 101st Airborne is coming in. If they get that, then the regime does not survive. So Iran doesn't want that, or hasn't wanted that. Now we got to find out what the new Iran wants, and we got to find out what the president's tolerance for political pain is.
He is Chris Stirewalt, politics editor for The Hill and News Nation, host of The Hill Sunday on News Nation, a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, author of books and politics on media. Chris, we always appreciate it. Remember, fat possums run at midnight.
See you, fellow raccoons.
See, Chris. Chris Stirewalt, politics editor for The Hill News Nation. Coming up, we'll get to some of your text while we can respond, and then steam release at 11:33. 304-TALK 304. That is the text line. You can give us a call at 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. Talk line from the Cove Insurance Studios continues.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. But the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
President Trump says America can't win with a weak electric grid. In West Virginia, that means outages and missed opportunities for jobs and growth. That's why more than 6,000 West Virginians signed a petition calling for modern transmission lines that keep power reliable and strengthen President Trump's America First economy. It's time for action. Learn more at powerwvnow.org. Paid for by West Virginians for reliable and affordable energy.
Worried about paying for college? MetroNews is proud to present the 19th Annual West Virginia Scholar Program, where one high school junior in West Virginia will win a full scholarship to West Virginia Wesleyan College, including room, board, tuition, and fees. For details, go to wvmetronews.com and click the Apply Now button. Deadline is May 3rd. The 2026 West Virginia Scholar Program, presented by Greer Industries and the West Virginia Hospital Association. Go to wvmetronews.com and apply today by May 3rd.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
At the Health Plan, we are here for you, and we have been one of the most trusted carriers for over 40 years. Headquartered right here in West Virginia, providing exceptional health coverage and local customer service.
The Health Plan, we are here for you.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Hardwood Heat meets the Mountain State in Charleston. The 2026 West Virginia Girls High School Basketball State Championships, presented by Chick-fil-A. Saturday, March 14th. Every possession, every roar of the crowd, every championship moment live on Metro News Television, powered by GoMart. Watch on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Details at wvmetronewstv.com to get in the action.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
When I was heavy, being on my feet all day seemed like torture. It makes you feel defeated. I'm just gonna be like this for the rest of my life. But then I thought, I'm done acting like that. I'm not gonna be like that anymore. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 265 pounds. It's always been my goal to have my own place. I want everyone to feel welcome here. I would never have been able to do all these things before without WVU Medicine.
On the next State of Minds.
I came here to Morgantown, the WVU. I wanted to play football. Tried to walk on, but I was humbled very quickly. So I joined the WVU forestry team. What my father taught me was the importance of hard work and the importance of sweat equity.
The WVU Medicine Cancer Institute is transforming cancer care in West Virginia and beyond. The state's top doctors deliver compassionate care and treatment using leading-edge technology and innovative research for patients facing colorectal cancer. From screening and early detection to advanced treatment and survivorship support, we're here for you every step of the way. Call 855-WVU-CARE. Just a quick update. Some things we are keeping an eye on today as the legislative session winds down. We talked about the tax cut bill, E-Verify. There's still rumors that there will be one more last-ditch effort on Rayleigh's Law, attaching that to another bill sometime today or tomorrow. So keep an ear out.
I think that would be a good move. I still wonder, though, they've never had the big red button because the budget wasn't done. Now they've got the big red button. It's done. If people get upset, sine die.
See you later. There's still the 18 to 20-year-old concealed carry bill.
Yes.
Floating out there. Crypto kiosks. The Women's Sports Fund, that was Jay Taylor's bill, remember, got amended yesterday. I think it was Delegate Hollis Lewis proposed the amendment and got it adopted. That includes Division II athletics as well. The bill originally was just D1. This would include D2, so Fairmont State, West Virginia State, Concord, et cetera, included in that bill. There's the food dye ban. And the transfer rule. Now, granted, my sample audience this week, TJ's been a little bit skewed over at the basketball state tournament, but I've been asked a lot about that. Up for third reading and passage today in the Senate. So we will keep an eye on those. Brad will keep an eye on those. We'll keep you posted throughout the day over at WVMetroNews.com. Let's get a couple of texts in before we turn it over to Steam Release, shan't we? 304-TALK-304. No steam. TJ is a capitalized pig. Thank God for true Americans. Carry on, son.
I take that as a compliment. Look, I make no bones about it. I am a capitalist. I am a fan of big business. I make no bones about that. Amen.
That kind of sounded like a steam, though, didn't it?
I think it was a compliment.
Okay.
I really do.
Hey, guys, the great Howard Monroe implements the Monroe Doctrine. He won't let anyone interfere with food in his sphere or reach or influence. Okay. Poor Howard Monroe. And Ethan. Howard Monroe and Ethan, like collateral damage on the steam releasers.
Yeah.
Let me see. 304 Talk 304. Your segment with Chris Stirewalt should be called All Things Evil About Donald Trump or I Hate Donald Trump, but not as much as Hoppy, says the text.
Not as much as Hoppy.
Let me see. Before the legislative clerks can get the bill posted on the system, they've changed their minds and they switched from peanut to pistachio. The legislature is in West Virginia and D.C. is a shell game. Texter also points out, not a possum, not a raccoon, it's a squirrel.
Well, that's a whole other issue in terms of the squirrel population at the Capitol. That was hot for about 10, 20 days. I saw them.
They're all
there.
over the place.
They're there.
And they're not afraid of you either. I was within a foot of a squirrel. I had one, I forgot to tell you, this was week before last, walking in the morning, before the time changed, so it was bright outside. Had one run across my shoe.
Really?
He ran right over my foot. No respect at all. No respect.
I was walking out yesterday thinking, you know what, this would be a great activity. One of the days I just want to, the kids are on my nerves and I need something. I'm bringing them down here to let them chase the squirrels.
I had seen a walker. You know, people like to, the Capitol complex is a great place to jog and,
oh, yeah,
walk.
beautiful.
And I'd seen this person a couple of times in the morning, but walking his dog, and he and the dog, he wouldn't let him catch the squirrels, but they were chasing the squirrels. Dog was having the time of its life, just, darting around, chasing the squirrels.
Good for them.
It looked like a fun time.
Yeah.
I felt like if I was in shape, I could join them. Let's see. A couple of more texts here. Steam release coming up 11:33. Did they pass the one-family turnpike transponder bill? Ooh, that one got away. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'll try to look that up and respond to the text. Let me just break it down for you, though. Everybody's doing it anyway. So I appreciate you wanting to be law-abiding, but how many people? I mean, come on.
Apparently, one of the might have been Senator Rucker learned during a committee hearing that you're not supposed to share your.
And it comes right on the transponder when you get. Now, well, I mean, but look, she's in the Panhandle, so maybe she doesn't have one. But I have to tell you, that's the best investment I ever made. It pays for itself one time after one use, and it's easy. It keeps traffic flowing. But I would bet that there are a lot of people that already do that. And I don't know, maybe they have cameras there. Maybe they try to enforce it, and you get a little letter in the mail saying you've been, I don't know. I've got one for each car. I'm not breaking the law either, but I'm sure a bunch of people do.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind. All right, text lines 304 Talk 304. Steam release is coming up a couple of minutes from now. It's your opportunity to vent. You can vent about anything you want to. The legislature, me, TJ, producer Ethan, he opens himself up to it. You can take shots. It's okay. We open it up to you. You've listened to us for, how many weeks were we at the Capitol? Is it 10 weeks? 9?
No, it would be 8.
Seemed like a lot more. 8 or 9.
I don't know. Maybe a little more.
It dawned on my wife that I'm actually going to be home here. And I got to do, another week of the basketball tournament. But dawned on her, she's like, you're going to be home all the time. Yeah.
How does she feel about that, David?
She has mixed feelings, as a matter of fact. Steam release is coming up. Your chance to vent. Get it all off your chest at 304 Talk 304. You can give us a call as well. 800-765 Talk. 800-765 8255. Sophia and Ethan are patiently standing by. They will take your call and direct it to us. You can vent about whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It is your opportunity. That is coming up 3 minutes from now. He's TJ. I'm Dave. We are in the Encova Insurance Studios. Steam release coming up next. This is Talkline on Metro News. Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Jeff Jenkins. Governor Patrick Morrisey has signed the state budget, and now lawmakers have the opportunity to override the line item vetoes that he put into place. There are only a handful of them. You can read more about them this morning. A story from Metro News statewide correspondent Brad McElhaney at WVMetroNews.com. There are a number of bills to keep an eye on today and tomorrow. The House scheduled to vote on a 5% cut in the state income tax. The Senate passed the bill for 10%. The governor also wanted 10%, but only provided 5% in his proposed state budget. The Senate will vote on a bill that would allow 18 to 20-year-olds to conceal carry without a permit. Gun lobbyist Art Thom says this is a bill about adults.
We're not talking about patients that pediatricians treat. We're talking about adults, and these are those 18 and up.
Now, the Senate could also pass a House-passed bill today that would repeal the high school sports transfer rule. The pay raise bill for teachers, state police troopers, and school service personnel is up for passage today in the Senate, but now includes a locality pay provision. Not sure how the House will handle that. A plea hearing wrapping up this morning in Kanawha County Circuit Court for a St. Albans man who was on the run for nearly 5 years, Timothy Lee Walden of St. Albans, pleading guilty to a robbery. He was wanted for a July 2020 robbery at a hot spot in Charleston. Authorities say Walden was spotted the morning after, but then took off. They arrested him in Chicago last year. You're listening to Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
How tough are you? It's the 33rd annual Parsons Ford Tough Man Contest, co-sponsored by Extremely Family Fitness, Miller Lite, Coors Light, and Lush Gentlemen's Club, the exclusive ring girl sponsor, coming March 20th and 21st to the Berkeley Rec Center in Martinsburg. Sign up to fight, buy tickets, or buy the live pay-per-view broadcast at WVToughman.com. That's WVToughman.com. Wimps need not apply.
Worried about paying for college? MetroNews is proud to present the 19th annual West Virginia Scholar Program, where one high school junior in West Virginia will win a full scholarship to West Virginia Wesleyan College, including room, board, tuition, and fees. For details, go to WVMetroNews.com and click the Apply Now button. Deadline is May 3rd. The 2026 West Virginia Scholar Program, presented by Greer Industries and the West Virginia Hospital Association. Go to WVMetroNews.com and apply today by May 3rd.
We'll find out Saturday if the WVU women's basketball team will host a 2-game NCAA tournament regional in Morgantown at the Hope Coliseum. The Mountaineers won the Big 12 tournament last weekend. Visit Mountaineer Country CVB President and CEO Susan Riddle says they're ready.
The university does their thing here at Visit Mountaineer Country. We've worked with them to find the accommodations that they're looking for. So we'll be doing our welcome packages that we do at all the source hotels.
From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Jeff Jenkins.
Talk 304 is the text line, 800-765-8255. That is the phone number. It may not feel like boat weather right now, but it won't be long before it does. Get ready early with great deals on pontoon and fishing boats at Lou Wendell Marine Sales. Check out the entire inventory at LouWendellMarineSales.com. Lou Wendell Marine Sales, we sell family fun. All right, Ethan, are you ready? Let's do it. It's Friday.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
All week long, you've heard us talking about the legislature. For the last 8-9 weeks, we've been talking about the legislature. There's a pipe deep in the press room of the Capitol building. The steam has been building. Stephen Adams had to run out of there the other day. I saw him because of the pressure building. And it's bad. If it blows up, we're in trouble. So this is your opportunity to vent. You want to have a better weekend. You're going to have a better day. You can do it a couple of ways. 304-TALK. 304 is the text line. You can give us a call at 800-765-TALK. 800-765-8255. Sophia and Ethan are standing by. Just a couple of rules. Couple of guidelines we ask that you follow. One, please don't get us fired or sued. Those things tend to go hand in hand. Try to keep them tight. We may not respond. You can steam about us. You can steam about former hosts. You can steam about future hosts, for all I care. You can also steam about producer Ethan. Why? I don't know, but he says it's okay. So those are the rules. Otherwise, it's all up to you. 800-765-TALK is the phone number. 800-765-8255. That's the phone number. You can text the show at 304-TALK-304. Let's start with the text steams today, TJ.
Tell Brad his voice is failing after only 59 days, LOL. This texter says, to diversify an economy, you need three things: infrastructure, fiber optic internet, connectivity, and a clean environment. No one wants to drive around with their better half or employees and see garbage everywhere. No one wants to shake their phones because the internet is slower than crap. No one wants to destroy their vehicles because the roads are horrible. Quit putting the cart before the horse and start from the basics. For once in your political history, do the basics first, then worry about social issues. Good job. Steam, the session, okay, I see what happened there. The session is the time we all wonder why and how these people got voted in. Then come November, most people have forgotten and vote the same way. Then the session comes again, rinse and repeat. West by God, I'll tell you what. The Team West Virginia scam is exceptionally problematic. It would be a private entity using state and federal money to make deals for their cronies with no public oversight or input. Don't you know FOIA doesn't apply to private entities? Don't secret, I'm not sure what they're doing there. Don't you know there are no notice requirements for meetings of private entities? Secret deals with no notice are great for everyone. Let's hope that if this scam ever becomes law, the first thing they build is a paper mill in TJ's neighborhood. He can marvel at the free market every day, says the texter.
304-TALK-304, that's the text line. 800-765-TALK is the phone number. Paul from Pocahontas County, you're up first on Steam Release. What do you got, Paul?
Morning, fellas. My steam is with the New York sewer rat Chucky Schumer holding our national security hostage to guarantee they could continue to build up false votes from the illegal aliens for swinging elections, and the deafening silence from our two state senators, Coach Jim and Shelley Moore for me, Capito, in not calling it out and forcing the Democrats, demanding that they stand on the floor if they're going to have a filibuster. I'm very disappointed in John Thune as well. Y'all.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Dale, you're on Steam Release. What's up, Dale?
Hey, TJ and other guy. It's your pal, Dale Lee. The end of the session seems to be hitting TJ really hard. I saw him sobbing by the rhododendron, feeding his naked Doritos to Governor Morrissey's squirrels, telling them, I'll see you next year, my little friends. For you, other guy, only 320 days until Buckwheat Day. And lastly, let me tell you something. I had planned on talking about them rodents before you stole my subject line at 11:28, and I didn't have enough time to come up with new content. Thanks, Ethan.
Dale, appreciate the phone call. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. That's the phone number. Text your steams to 304-TALK-304. More text steams, TJ.
All right, here we go. I think there may be a swing back to Democrats in the next few elections. What I'm worried about is that they will in turn just work on social issues like the Republicans have. And yet again, nothing will get fixed in this state. 304-TALK-304. Hey, fellas. Have you heard anything about legally growing our own marijuana at home? Or do we still need to visit our friends and family in Ohio and Virginia? Asking for a friend, says the texter. My steam, hey, MAGA, I'm knocking on your bubble. Anyone in there? America first, no stupid wars, lowering grocery, gasoline, energy, and insurance prices. I could go on for a day. We offer Americans thanks. People are having trouble this morning in complete sentences. Sorry. We offer Americans thank you for all visiting this imperial president on our republic, says Jim. I think Siri's getting some people today.
I think so.
Yeah. Before you already got to that one, they're all merging together here. 304-TALK-304. The cabinet secretary, DHHR in West Virginia, his last day will be Sunday. Again, okay, whatever. I'm not getting into personal stuff. You got that far. Can't give comments. 304-TALK-304. How many players on the West Virginia basketball team made the all-hair team? Seemed it's a trend with all teams. When Coach Beeline got here, he said no more hairstyles, quoting one holdover player. I now work on my game a half hour more.
304-TALK, 304 is the text line, 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. That's the phone number. You can text your Steam. You can call. Jim, we'll get to your call when we return. Steam release continues. This is Talkline from the Encova Insurance Studios.
West Virginia Natural Gas keeps energy affordable and our state competitive for growth. Producing and using more of our reliable, homegrown energy helps stabilize prices for families and small businesses. Natural gas already supports more than 73,000 West Virginia jobs and generates billions for our economy. Investing in West Virginia natural gas means affordability, growth, and a stronger nation. Natural gas, affordable, reliable, American.
This message is brought to you by the Gas and Oil Association of West Virginia.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. But the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
Since 1926, the West Virginia Hospital Association has been the collective voice of our state's hospitals. With a shared vision of strengthening communities, improving lives, and supporting our state's economic well-being, our member hospitals work every day to provide high-quality, accessible care. This year, we celebrate 100 years of a unified voice and our ongoing commitment to supporting our members in achieving a strong, healthy West Virginia.
A message from the West Virginia Hospital Association, online at WVHA.org.
Coal-based generation remains the backbone of West Virginia's energy portfolio, ensuring reliability, security, and affordable electricity throughout the region. Our coal plants are engineered for performance, designed to run most efficiently at or near a 70% capacity factor. This level of operation is not arbitrary. It's based on sound engineering principles, scientific analysis, and has been formally adopted by the West Virginia Legislature as a reasonable target for optimal performance. When our coal fleet operates near that benchmark, it provides stable power to the grid, maintains cost efficiency, and supports thousands of good-paying jobs across our state. Coal generation also drives local tax revenue that sustains schools, infrastructure, and community services. Working in partnership with state leaders and the Trump administration, we're ensuring that our coal fleet remains modern, efficient, and ready to power West Virginia and beyond for decades to come. This message brought to you by the West Virginia Coal Association and Friends of Coal.
Ready to make this boating season unforgettable? Head to Lou Wendell Marine Sales, family owned and operated for over 40 years and West Virginia's largest Avalon pontoon dealer. Lou and his sons are boating experts from sales to service to repairs. And right now, their lot is packed with incredible inventory and some of the best deals of the season. Because they don't just sell boats, they sell family fun. Visit LouWendellMarineSales.com today. Boating season is almost here.
You're listening to Talkline on MetroNews, the voice of West Virginia.
Across West Virginia, hospitals are always here, healing, helping, and standing strong for our communities. Hospitals save lives and build livelihoods. They're among our largest employers, with a passionate workforce of 54,000 West Virginians. Hospitals are economic drivers, contributing close to $17 billion to our state's economy and working to ensure access to care for all. From life-saving moments to wellness support, West Virginia hospitals keep our state healthy, our families strong, and our future bright.
It's the late nights. It's the early mornings. It's working in the sunshine and rain and snow. It's the dedication, the care, the hours of training that led to the winner's circle. It's our job, our passion, our lives. We are the horsemen.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state. and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
With MetroNews Hotline. If it's trending, it's probably here.
So it's Dennis, it's Rodman degrees out there today.
Oh, that sounds really uncomfortable.
I know it does. I know it does.
Is that legal? Is that past FCC? I don't know if you're allowed to say anything's Rodman something. That's
it's Rodman degrees.
That's like saying it's awful Diddy out there. I don't know that we can do that.
Yeah. Join Dave Weekly and Coop weekdays for Hotline on MetroNews Television.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
304 Talk, 304 is the text line, 800-765-8255 is the phone number. Worried about paying for college? MetroNews is proud to present the 19th annual West Virginia Scholar Program, where one high school junior in West Virginia will win a full scholarship to West Virginia Wesleyan College, including room, board, tuition, and fees. For details, go to WVMetroNews.com and click the Apply Now button. Deadline is May 3rd. The 2026 West Virginia Scholar Program is presented by Greer Industries and the West Virginia Hospital Association. Go to WVMetroNews.com to apply. The deadline to apply is May 3rd. Let's go back to the phones. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255. Let's go to Jim number 1 in Morgantown. Hey, Jim.
Hi. I'm calling to complain about my electric rates. They keep going up over and over again, and our legislature, particularly the Senate, has passed Senate Bill 420, which blocks me from getting the cheapest electric rates. Now, the problem seems to be that the Western Coal Association wants them to mandate their plants run 70% of the time, whether it makes economic sense or not. And you guys, TJ, keep running their ads, but the joke is on you because you'll have to pay that electric bill too. So I'm just saying, keep government mandates off of my electric bill. Thanks.
You are welcome, Jim. Let's go to Jim number 2 in Morgantown. Hey, Jim.
Fellas, you had Lyle Bagoon on the other day from the American Beverage Association. 2 things you did not ask him. One of them would have been, do you have any conflicts of interest, Lyle? The other one could have been, where does the American Beverage Association get their funding from? About 80 to 90% of their funding comes from the same companies that he's on there promoting for, Pepsi, Coke, his words, dyes that are manufactured by these companies. The other thing that you asked him about TJ, you asked him about the other countries that have banned these synthetic collars in other countries. And he changed the subject to other things that they're using in those countries. If he would have actually answered the question correctly, Red 40 is not banned in the European Union, but is heavily regulated and requires a warning label indicating it may have an adverse effect on activity and attention in children. Because of this, European manufacturers voluntarily replace it with natural alternatives because parents see the warning label and decide not to buy it. I'm all for a capitalistic market. I think that price should be based off of supply and how hard it is to demand that supply, or how hard it is for that demand to be to get to that supply. However, I am not for hurting children. I think that if we're going to have these harmful additives and chemicals in our food, put a warning label on there, give some of the side effects of these additives and these artificial dyes, and then let the parents decide if they want to give these poisons to their children.
Jim, we appreciate it. Have a great weekend, buddy. 304-TALK, 304 is the text line, and 800-765-TALK's the phone number. To the Northern Outpost, and Bill. Hey, Bill.
Hey, first of all, Sophie and I have gotten to learn each other, and she said, go Mohegans. And Ethan, he's like the CBs, whatever the CBs are. So just the clarity there about who answers the phones. Second of all, how does Stirewalt know about the Red Lounge? And why doesn't he know about the Red Lounge in D.C.? If he's been there that long, he ought to be able to find about the Red Carpet Lounge there. So I would suggest for Morrissey to go find the Red Carpet Lounge in New Jersey because the mayor of New York City is going to raise the taxes as much as 10% on the present tax they pay in New York City. So I would think there's red carpet lounges in several states, and why Stirewalt doesn't know the one in D.C., I don't know.
Bill, always appreciated. Have a great weekend. 800-765-TALK, 800-765-8255, and the text line's 304-TALK-304. All right, let's get caught up on those text teams.
Dave and TJ, in a state as small as West Virginia, we do not need locality by the state. Let the counties pass a levy for their individual needs. Living in rural counties has its challenges, too, which add to the cost of living. Try going to the hospital or a specialty center. TJ, my Easy Pass transponder is through Pennsylvania. All 3 vehicles are registered to the transponder. Don't tell the legislators that a neighboring state already does it or will never pass it. LOL, says the texter. Democrats have funding for Homeland Security shut down because they care more for illegal criminals than American citizens. Put your hate in politics aside and open your eyes for terrorist attacks by naturalized Americans. It could be next door. Paul likes the Kool-Aid. We have already lost 2 of West Virginia's best and brightest heroes due to Trump's poor leadership. How many more lives of our military men and women will we have to lose in his insane excursion into Iran? He is leading us into war to profit himself, his family, and billionaire buddies. West Virginians deserve better than petty politicians and wannabe dictators.
304-TALK. 304 is the text line, and 800-765-TALK is the phone number. Last call for phone calls. Last call for texts. Final segment coming up. This is Talkline from the Encova Insurance Studios.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. But the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
Located in the heart of West Virginia, Bridgeport is the place to play. Endless indoor and outdoor recreation opportunities, including the Bridgeport Complex, coupled with a dynamic food scene, make Bridgeport the perfect getaway destination for couples and families. Explore unique shopping and pick from a wealth of lodging options to find something perfect for your needs. Explore the heart of West Virginia in Bridgeport. Learn more about all there is to do at greater-bridgeport.com.
Hospitals drive West Virginia's economy. They produce jobs and create opportunities while keeping our communities healthy. Employing nearly 54,000 people, West Virginia hospitals rank among our state's largest and most dependable employers. They provide more than $1 billion in community benefits and generate nearly $17 billion in total economic impact each year. Hospitals are investing where it counts, advancing health, ensuring access to care, and powering West Virginia's economic future.
A message from the West Virginia Hospital Association, online at WVHA.org.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
For over 4 decades, we've been rooted deep inside West Virginia. Through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Proudly serving your neighborhood since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community.
The health plan. We are here for you.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
Download MetroNews Television on your iPhone or Android. Search MetroNews Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
Touchdown! We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all
It all comes down to this in Charleston. The 2026 West Virginia Boys High School Basketball State Championships presented by Chick-fil-A. Saturday, March 21st. Every possession, every roar of the crowd, every championship moment. Live on MetroNews Television, powered by GoMart. Watch on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Details at WVMetroNewsTV.com to get in the action.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong.
Talk 304 is the text line, at 800-765-8255 is the phone number. A couple of million could go a long way. The Lotto America jackpot starts at $2 million and grows until someone takes it home. Drawings happen every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and with 9 ways to win, even the smaller prizes can feel like a big win. Just $1 to play, in-store and online, 18 plus to play. Please play responsibly. The current jackpot is $18.15 million. Get your chance at manageable millions. Back to the phones. Let's keep it tight. We'll get you in. Another Jim. Hey, Jim, what's your steam?
Yes, sir. Thanks for taking my call. Democrats are the enemy within in our country. They want boys and girls sports. They want sex changes for our kids. Some of the university professors teach our kids that are racist, and we have white privilege. They want to defund police. It's a bad thing. Democrats flooded our country with illegal aliens.
Jim, we appreciate the phone call. Let's get to John. Hey, John.
Yeah, hey, thanks for taking my call, too. I am a long-term resident, 80 years. I was born in Morgantown here, and I've always been a Democrat. My family was always Democrats, and I think that people need to be reasonable about things rather than just swing one way or the other. But I feel that you guys have changed the format with WAJR, which is more community-oriented. I like that. Less music and more talk, but I also feel that we need to, instead of giving tax breaks to businesses to let them come in, let's fix the damn roads, as they say, FTDR, and let's make the state beautiful. We've got all these natural resources. The coal is not going anywhere. The gas is not going anywhere. But if we don't develop what I feel is our real strength, which is our natural resources here, that will bring businesses in. If it's a beautiful state, if the schools are great, if people are welcoming rather than prejudiced against anybody who's slightly different than them, I think that we will prosper rather than another tax break for business.
John, we're running short on time. Thank you for the call, buddy. Appreciate it. 800-765-TALK. Couple of texts. Rumor has it Ethan Collins bootlegs Cheetos from South Point, Ohio. Heard producer Ethan is on his way to Charleston for the girls' basketball championships. All I'm saying is the folks at Moe's and Flatwoods need to start prepping a double batch of refried beans. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that joint this afternoon. You get the final word of the day. Follow the news of the day and the latest from the state legislature as it wraps up the session over at the website, WVMetroNews.com. We also have comprehensive coverage of the girls' basketball state tournaments, pregame, postgame, highlights, recaps, and, of course, live streaming radio coverage at WVMetroNews.com. All 4 championship games tomorrow on the MetroNews TV app. That'll do it for us. This is Talkline on Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.